Imagine a country with over 1.4 billion people, nearly 1 out of every 6 humans alive. A country that landed a spacecraft on the moon for less money than some Hollywood movies cost to make. A country whose digital payment system processes billions of transactions a month, more than most developed economies combined. That country is India. But here's the real question. Why, with all of this, why isn't India already a superpower? The answer says something bigger than just India. It says something about how nations actually rise. Part 1. The Population Giant. India is the most populous country on the earth, over 1.4 billion people. 1 in every 6 humans you meet is Indian. A population this size is a multiplier for words or words. It multiplies workers, consumers, and ideas. It also multiplies the number of jobs, schools, hospitals, and roads a country has to build just to keep up. Scale alone isn't power, it's potential energy. And potential energy only matters if you know what to do with it. Part 2. The Economic Rise. For decades, the world saw India as a developing nation playing catch up. That's no longer accurate. India has been closing in on Japan for the world's 4th largest economy by nominal GDP, and by purchasing power, it's already the 3rd largest economy on earth. Global companies are pouring billions into the country, from manufacturing to technology. Some economists project India could break into the world top 3 economies by every measure within a decade. Number like this doesn't happen by accident. They happen when a country starts compounding, turning scale into capability instead of just carrying its weight. Part 3. Technology and Innovation. And capability is exactly where India has surprised the world most. Millions of Indians engineers build softwares used across the planet. Today, buying a cup of tea can mean scanning a QR code, no bank visit, no card. What other countries are still trying to pilot, India has already scaled it to over 1 billion people. This is the same pattern that explains every leap in human history. Not brute force, but the ability to learn a system, adapt it, and scale it faster than anyone expected. Part 4. Space and Science. Nowhere is that clearer in space. In 2023, Chandrayaan-3 became the first spacecraft to land near the moon's south pole, a feat only a handful of nations have managed, and it did at a fraction of cost of comparable missions elsewhere. Not because the engineering was easier, because the system around it, talent, planning, problem solving under constraint, was built to do more with less. Part 5. Military and Global Influence. India also holds one of the world's strongest militaries, and it's a confirmed nuclear power. Combined with its location and economic weight, India's voice now carries real weight in trade, climate talks, global security conversations. But here's the catch. Military strength and economic size get you a seat at a table. They don't automatically make you a superpower. That takes something else. Part 6. The Challenges. Because the full picture isn't just achievements. Millions of Indians still live in poverty. Air pollution chokes major cities. Education quality swings widely by region. Healthcare access is far from equal. And despite the headline growth, the average Indian is still far less wealthy than citizens of developed nations. These aren't side notes, they are actual bottleneck. The gap between having potential and converting it. So, where does India stand in the world? Not a superpower? Not yet. But history shows the same pattern over and over, at the level of species, civilizations, and nations. Power has never simply belonged to whoever was biggest or strongest. It belonged to whoever could learn fastest, cooperate wildest, and turn raw scale into compounding capability across generations. That's the same reason humans rose every species on the earth, not by being the strongest animal, but by being the one that learned how to learn. India's next decade will be decided by the same test. The real question isn't whether India will matter, it's whether India can convert its scale into capability faster than its challenges can drag it down.